starting tonight, 7 foot, 6'9", 6'9". That's the biggest challenge for the Bearcats.
It's our keys to the game, brought to you by Baylor Scott & White Health, the official healthcare provider for Baylor Athletics. There are our starters for the game tonight. Dewey Williams, Harris Galbraith, Bubba Furlong, a Midway High School product, getting the start for the Bearcats. For the Bears, same starting lineup. Joe Lawal, Actuel, Manu Lecomte, Nooney, Omat, King, McClure. And
clubs are very fortunate to have men of that stature working the game. Ayers and Weiner have both worked several Final Fours, and it probably won't be long before Kip Kissinger is in that category.
It's Kissinger that will toss the ball in the air. Tip controlled by Baylor, and this game is underway. Bears and Bearcats from the Paul J. Meyer Arena here in Waco. Bears wearing the home white tonight. Shoot to the basket to our right in the first half of play.
Now, just Sam Houston State team is always tough on the defensive end of the floor. Coach Jason Hooten, that's his specialty, half-court man-to-man.
Foul away from the ball is on Marcus Harris, 6-foot junior guard from San Antonio.
Really a good matchup at the point guard position tonight. John Dewey for Sam Houston State, and, of course, Manu Lecomte for Baylor.
And there's Manu on the inbounds, and he drains a three from the right wing.
Very few teams in the country run better out-of-bounds plays than the Baylor Bears, showing you why right there.
Bears jump on top 3-0 over Sam Houston State.
Well, as always, the Bears in that zone defense. Oh, good tip in right there. Nice effort coming on the offside. Chris Galbraith, their leading scorer, averages 14 points per ball game, 7 rebounds. He's a good one.
Galbraith, a senior from Chicago, first two of the night on the tip end of the miss. Tristan Clark for Baylor spins to the baseline, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be called on Bubba Furlong.
John, Tristan Clark, as we all know, just a freshman, a true work in progress. But that was really a mature move he made right there. Checked that defense over his left shoulder, dropped that left leg, and went hard to the bucket. Really? It's hard to teach. He's got a lot of natural instincts.
Quick drop step to the bucket by Clark, who hits the free throw. Coach Scott Drew on the Baylor bench. 15th year at Baylor, winningest coach in Baylor history. Just recorded a couple of weeks ago, career victory number 300.
Well, that's an area where Tristan Clark's got to improve, only shooting 57% for the year.
4-2, Bears on top, a minute in. Bearcats are 5-3 on the season coming into this game tonight.
Baylor now switched to a man-to-man, it looks like.
Pass outside to Galbraith. He'll shoot a three. It is no good. Rebound, King McClure for the Bears.
Well, that's something that Galbraith did not do last year, but he's become a three-point threat.
King drives in, shot rejected, starts the break the other way. McClure gets back, knocks the ball loose. Picked up by Galbraith, throws it up toward the rim, no good. McClure battles hard to get the rebound. Ahead to Lecomte, no-look pass. Nooney Omat, the reverse, won't fall, but he gets the loose. Nope, goes out of bounds.
Good job of running the floor by Nooney Omat. Had the open path to the bucket. Good pass by Manu Lecomte that time, getting the ball to the middle of the floor.
He's a guy, if you're running the floor with him, you better be ready. He masters in some of those no-look passes. A bump, a drive into the paint area. Foul is called on King McClure, his first.
Well, John Dewey made the penetration to the bucket. He's the seasoned point guard for Sam Houston State. Started for that team last year after transferring from Blinn Junior College.
They've got some veterans, Sam Houston does. They've also got a lot of new faces this year. 9 newcomers, 6 freshmen, either true or redshirt freshmen.
Nice rebound by Big Joe in traffic. One of the leading rebounders in the Big 12 Conference. In fact, I believe he's 3rd this week in conference rebounding.
Was averaging a double-double prior to the game on Saturday. Nooney with the reverse. Shot is good.
Well, there's some quickness right back there for a 6'9" youngster. Just got to keep that aggressive pedal to the metal here tonight.
6-2, Bears have the early lead. 2.5 minutes in over Sam Houston State. Pass on the perimeter. Nooney thought about trying to get that steal. Here is a steal by King McClure. Baylor has numbers. Manu, 3. No good. Rims out. Joe, the rebound. The hook followed. No good. Tristan Clark, an offensive board, put back, and a foul.
Well, nice effort by the Bears, continuing here, attacking the offensive glass as they are supposed to and as they should, since they have so much more height than this Bearcat team from Huntsville. Good hands by Tristan Clark in traffic that time. Nice effort by the freshman. Played in the state championship game last year. This youngster was actually the Class 6A high school player of the year in the state.
Can't complete the three-point play. The free throw was too long. Rebounded by Sam Houston State. Bearcats now down 8-2 to the Bears. 3 minutes in, first half. Galbraith on the baseline left. Drives into the paint against Joe. And a traveling call on Galbraith.
Good solid defense by Joe that time. Galbraith can attack you from the wing as he did that time or from the block. Big Joe slid his feet nicely. For a 7-footer, he's come a long way with his fundamentals defensively.
Little token backcourt pressure by Sam Houston State. 12th meeting all time between these two. Baylor leads the series 8-3. Lob for Joe underneath. Waits for the traffic to go by, but a foul before the shot.
Nice job by Achul posting up on the block, holding his position well, drawing the foul.
Sub out as Furlong goes to the bench for Sam Houston State. And Chidozie Indu comes on. 6'11", 225-pound freshman.
He hails from Lagos, Nigeria.
Who else do we know from there, right?
I think that young man that just put the little hook shot on him.
Nice shot by Joe, and the Bears lead 10-2.
Big Joe actually from Sudan and Uganda.
Pass underneath may have been partially blocked by Tristan Clark. King McClure all the way, has his shot rejected. Dewey passes it to Galbraith. Runner is good by Chris Galbraith.
Oh, great control of his body by Galbraith there. That was a nice break. Good work in transition for the Bearcats.
10-4, Bears on top. Interesting, the rebounding numbers are even at this point in the game. Seems like Baylor has had more. Tristan Clark fouled on the shot. He'll have free throws following a timeout. 15:43 on the clock, first half. From the Farrell Center, Baylor leads. Sam Houston's closest of anyone in the nation is like 8.5 to 1 in assist to turnover ratio. So Jake, keep that up. And Jake is on the floor out of the timeout. Mark Vidal is out there as well for the Bears.
Well, if Jake could match points with assists, he would really be something else.
Passes deep right corner to Vidal, outside to Clark. 3, rims out, no good. Had to shoot to beat the shot clock. Ball goes out of bounds and over to the Bearcats.
A long rebound. Manu LeConte made a good effort to get to the long carom. Mark Vidal on the floor had terrific performances at Xavier and here last Saturday against Wichita State, coming off the bench to add energy and effectiveness.
Boy, he's got a lot of energy. Fadeaway 12-footer right side is good by Chris Galbraith.
Yeah, Galbraith has all their points so far here tonight. 6 of them.
In a 10-6 Baylor lead, 15-minute mark, first half. Mark Vidal to Clark, lob for Joe. Reverse, tossed it up there, no good. Galbraith on the floor to save it.
Well, not a good decision there by Joe. Got the long rebound. Should have really kicked it back out.
This is Jamal Williams off the bench for Coach Jason Hooten. In a double-team trap, finally tied up. Joe reaches in, ties it up. On the alternate possession, it stays with the Bearcats.
Jamal Williams in the ball game for Sam Houston State has seen a lot of minutes in that program. He is their 3rd leading returning scorer, but Coach Hooten bringing him in off the pine here tonight.
John Dewey to inbound. Hits it into Galbraith. 15 to shoot for Sam Houston State.
Dewey with the ball very quick. Manu LeConte doing a nice job on him defensively so far.
7 on the shot clock. Now 5. Floater by Dewey is short. Joe, another rebound for the Bears. Outlet to Manu LeConte up the right side of the floor. To the baseline, now back outside to Joe. Joe, a couple of big steps. Shot never made it up to the rim.
They got the finish stronger.
There's a drive. The ball goes flying away. Will stay with Sam Houston State.
Both ball clubs doing a good job running the floor. I really thought Sam Houston State would try to slow the pace of the game down, but so far no indication of that.
And no, not at all. They're running every chance they get. And Galbraith knifes in for the flush.
Well, I told you early on, this youngster's got some ability, and he can do it in a lot of different ways. Now it's Baylor 10, Galbraith 8.
He is all the offense so far for the Bearcats. Vital to Jake Lindsey, now back top of the key to LeCompte. Jake a head fake and a drive. Kick to Nooney in the right-hand corner. 5 to shoot for the Bears. Nooney will shoot this one. 3 ball, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Jamal Williams.
Well, good half-court defense continuing for Sam Houston State. Baylor not getting any easy looks now.
And a flush that'll tie the game at 10 apiece. It's an 8-0 run by Sam Houston State.
Well, Galbraith just continues to work in every open area of the floor.
8 unanswered by the Bearcats to tie the game at 10. 13 minutes to play, first half. Baylor jumped to a 10-2 lead to start this game. Nooney passes to Vital, turns around. Nobody was there, takes one step and banks it in.
The big difference, he went up very strong that time. He wasn't going to be denied. Big Joe's just kind of flipping the ball. He's got to take it into the rack with power.
Vital is known to his teammates as Baby Rico. Tribute to Rico Gathers. Vital does take it strong to the rack. 12-10, Bears on top. Rico Gathers now with the Dallas Cowboys. Manu nearly had the steal. He got some ball, but he got some arm as well. Foul on Baylor's Manu LeCompte.
Well, this youngster going to the free throw line for Sam Houston State, Marcus Harris, actually hails from San Antonio, but transferred into the Bearcat program from the University of San Diego. Coach Jason Hooten likes him a lot.
Scott Drew on the Baylor sideline. Trying to get a sub in and can't do so until after the first free throw.
Harris is 69% free throw shooter on the season, only averaging 6.5 points per game, but he seems to be a glue guy for this team. And youngster coming in now for Sam Houston State, Albert Almanza is by far their best three-point shooter. Had 6 in a recent game. I'm sure that was highlighted in the Baylor scouting report.
One of 2 free throws at the line. Tristan Clark back on for Baylor, and Tyson Jolly is on for the first time tonight. Jolly, the redshirt freshman from Oklahoma City, 6'4", 190-pounder. Had been out with a clotting issue, was just cleared to play this past Friday and played briefly Saturday against Wichita State.
Nice ball movement. Jolly got it into the hands of Omot quickly, and Nooney had the confidence from that right corner.
Bears go up 15-11 now on Sam Houston State.
Baylor back in their more traditional half-court zone defense.
Dewey with the dribble up top, pass into the right corner. 3 ball is no good by Harris.
Good long rebound by Jolly going out there on the left baseline to pull it in.
Omot 3 from the other corner. This one won't fall for him. Well, Sam Houston is not shy about running.
Well, there's the small, John. That's the only chance they have. They've got an impressive win this year over a good Santa Clara team out in the Great Alaska Shootout.
Bears working hard defensively. Here's a 3 over that zone defense. Moody Omot.
Well, good quickness on the boards by Omot. 6'9". That's a real luxury.
Took the ball away from his freshman teammate, Tristan Clark. Bears up 15-11. They've got the ball. 10:43 and counting first half. Lindsay on the alley-oop to Nuni Omot.
Well, you could see that one coming all the way. There was good eye contact. Lindsay and Omot reading each other perfectly.
17-11, Baylor on top. Pass nearly sailed out of bounds. It was saved by Harris. He's caught in a double team. Gets the ball out of there, and a charge. Nuni takes the charge on the defensive end.
Well, Nuni Omot playing with a lot of quickness and energy here tonight. Nice job on the D end that time for the 6-9er.
Bears up.
Well, as fast a paced game as we've had. It's been well floor played. Only 3 turnovers for Sam Houston State, 0 for Baylor.
Bearcats scoreless the last 2 minutes, 57 seconds as play resumed. Looks like they've gone zone here defensively. Jolly bounces to Clark, and the hook shot is good.
Boy, nice touch by Tristan Clark. That freshman just keeps getting better and better and better. Flashed right into the open spot against that zone defense, and that's a real rarity for Jason Hooten coach team to play a zone.
Cameron Delaney has it left wing. Pass kicked by Mark Vidal. 7-0 run by the Bears, answering that 8-0 run by Sam Houston State earlier. Bears have opened up an 8-point lead. Dewey for Sam Houston State. Dribbles to the left side. Back to Delaney. Tyson Jolly moving his feet defensively. Stop got 2 defenders off their feet. Kicked it right side. The 3 was no good by Almanza.
Well, the Bearcats got the ball in the hands of the man they wanted to take the outside shot. Almanza by far their best outside shooter.
Lindsay drives in, drops it off for Mark Vidal. Had the ball knocked out of his hands. Will stay with the Bears. Finals beginning later this week on the Baylor campus, so the route of games, men's and women's, is going to slow down a little bit. Women do play tomorrow night. We'll visit with Lauren Cox from Baylor women's basketball coming up at halftime.
Oh, what a great game she had yesterday in that big victory over nationally ranked Stanford here. Drew a crowd of over 8,000.
How about that? Spanked them pretty good, 81-57. Pass along the baseline to Lindsay. Back to Vidal. 3, no good.
Well, good blocking out by Sam Houston State that time. Tristan Clark made an effort but couldn't even get a step toward the backboard.
A spin by Dewey. Shot rejected by Jolly. Jake Lindsay on the run out for the Bears. Waits for reinforcements. Omot to Clark, up and in with the right hand.
Really a nice job by Nuni Omot. He's scoring at will tonight, but he saw his open teammate with a better opportunity. Got it to him quickly.
21-11, Bears lead by 10. That's the largest lead here in the first half. Dewey will fire a 3. It's no good. Jolly chases down the rebound for the Bears. Right corner, Mark Vidal, a 3, and he drains it.
Well, that's not what Mark Vidal's known for, but nothing but twine on that effort. Good job once again in transition by the Bears.
Timeout, Sam Houston State.
So that last basket by Mark Vidal, that was his first 3-point make of his Baylor career. Redshirt freshman, big moment for him. The way he can crash the basket in so many ways, if he can develop a good outside game, he'll be something to reckon with.
Biggest lead of the night for the Bears on a 12-0 run over the last 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Bears have hit 4 of their last 5 shots. Sam Houston has not scored in over 4 minutes. That continues with that miss.
Nice defense by Omot on the Bearcats' best outside shooter. That's the first turnover of the game for Baylor right there. King McClure did not have any idea that Manu was not going to turn and look back toward the middle of the floor. He was running for that spot in the corner to get that shot.
Turnover number 1 by Baylor against 7 assists so far. That's a winning number right there. Drive into the paint by Delaney. Shot no good. Galbraith crashing the boards. He is fouled by King McClure.
Now that's special quickness shown by Delaney right there, just blowing through the white-shirted Baylor defenders. A lot of quickness and speed on the court here tonight.
McClure's second personal foul this evening puts Galbraith at the line. Sam Houston out of the Southland Conference.
Stephen F. Austin's favored to win that conference this year. Sam Houston State and Stephen F. Austin have been the powers of that league the last several years. The surprise so far of that conference is Lamar. They had a good win on the road over UTEP the other night, and Coach Tim Floyd quit right after that game.
After the game?
Yeah, after the game. He'd been a coach in the NBA for 2 different stints and successful coach in the Big 12 with Iowa State. He said, I've had enough of this.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So that was after the loss to who?
To Lamar.
To Lamar.
In El Paso last week.
Yeah, that was really interesting. That's not something you see every day.
No.
24-13, Bears up. Yeah. Joe looking to drive and double dribbles.
Not good ball movement that time. Ball stuck on one side of the floor for too long.
It's not to say there aren't some coaches that want to quit after some games, right? It just doesn't actually happen.
I remember that feeling quite well, partner.
Just don't usually follow through with it. Galbraith jumper from the free throw line is no good. Joe tied up on the rebound by Almanza. They'll go over to Baylor.
Joe Achuel continuing to show good, strong hands and doing it in traffic.
Bears lead by 12, 6:50 to play, first half. Joe in a double team gets it away to King McClure. A three is no good. Tristan Clark skies for the rebound. LeCompte's three partially blocked.
Boy, that was Galbraith getting out there on defense. He's the star of the show for the Bearcats tonight.
Air ball from the right side, and Josh Delaney will hear about it the rest of the night. It's going to be Baylor's ball. 6.5 minutes on the clock, first half. Scoring drought for Sam Houston now, 6 minutes, 33 seconds.
Now, Baylor picked their defense up quite a bit after Sam Houston State pulled within 2.
Galbraith going to get a breather on the Bearcats bench. Chidozie Indu is back on. Midcourt trap there as Baylor gets it into the front court. King McClure to Manu LeCompte. 15 to shoot for the Bears. Nooney with 7 to shoot. Gives the ball to Manu. Manu will drive back outside to Joe. 3 to shoot. He's got to put it up. I don't think he got it off in time. He didn't.
Well, that's 2 straight poor possessions for Baylor. Not a lot of movement from one side of the floor to the other. Give Sam Houston State credit for good defense, but not good ball movement by Baylor. Our body movement, those last 2 possessions.
Remains a 12-point Baylor lead. Bears really clamping down defensively here in the first half. Shooting over that zone 3 is good by Almanza.
That's what Almanza does best on the year. He's got 51 field goal attempts, and 38 of them have been from the three-point line. That tell you where he wants to shoot from.
And you can see why.
Yep, he's got a beautiful stroke.
Nailed that one to cut the Baylor lead to 9. Lower right wing. Back to Manu, left side. 3 is off. But a tip in by Joe. And a foul.
Well, an astute move by Big Joe that time. Moved quickly to the front of the bucket and held his position well for the putback. Soft roll off the bucket, and Big Joe was right there to put it back in with 2 hands. Good positioning.
Give him a rebound and a putback. And a chance at a 3-point play. Joe Luau Achuel, 7 feet, 225. One of 4 seniors on this Baylor team. One of those seniors not active, Terry Maston, with the broken hand, suffered at Xavier last week.
Well, it's a real credit to this coaching staff that they played a great team like Wichita State as well as they did without Terry Maston.
Had that game tied with 3:10 to play.
62-62.
LeCompte to Clark. Double teamed and kick out to Nooney, who hits the three.
Now, second three ball for Nooney Omot tonight from the same area of the floor, right corner. He loves it. That will be in every scouting report.
First player in double-figure scoring tonight, Nooney Omot with 10. Bears lead at 30-15. Ball off the foot of King McClure.
Well, everybody on the floor for Baylor right now has scored except King McClure. Mark Vidal coming in now for Nooney Omot. I'll have to ask Coach Drew, why'd you take that guy out? He's hot as a firecracker. Doesn't even look tired.
That's right. There's a method to his madness.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Bubba Furlong is back on for Sam Houston State. Tried to feed it to him. Gets it and banks it in.
A nice job for the freshman from right here. I think you mentioned from Midway High School, where here's a two-time all-district performer. Sure got a nice body on him. Well-proportioned, strong. Just needs a little bit more of a high-running motor consistently.
Manu on the curl, and he drains the three-pointer.
Great job coming off of that pick by Manu LeConte.
33-17, the Baylor lead. 4-minute mark here in the first
half.
half.
Every team plans their defense around defending LeConte. He's become an expert at using that screen away from the ball to free himself up. That last basket being the case.
Boy, he is a marked man, isn't he? Ball out of bounds. Off Sam Houston State. It's Baylor's ball. Bears have opened up a 16-point lead over Sam Houston State. He's got 6. Bears lead at 33-17.
Nooney Omot 2 for 4 from long range.
Mark Vidal has one. First of his Baylor career. Nice look underneath. Vidal spots Joe for the easy banker.
Really a nice assist by Mark Vidal. That was a good, crisp pass into Big Joe on the block.
Lead grows to 18 for the Bears with 3:20 to go here in the first half.
This is Sam Houston State team averaging 70 points per game on the year. Bears have held them to only 17 so far.
30% shooting at that last time out. Dewey sidesteps. Shot no good. Mark Vidal, the strong rebound.
You know, when Vidal goes up to get a board, he comes down with it strong. They're not going to take it away from him.
A three by Manu rims out. No good. This is Aubrian Edwards, who is on, junior from Pflugerville for the Bearcats.
A good job by Big Joe out there covering the three-point shooter.
Almanza. 7 to shoot for Sam Houston State. Drive in, runner, no, rebound. Vidal for the Bears.
Aggressive move by Tristan Clark coming across to help with the retrieval of that rebound.
Jake a three, and it's good for Jake Lindsey.
Well, that's 4 different players now that have knocked down 3 balls for the Bears. Nice confidence builder for Jake Lindsey.
38-17 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 3 left corner, that is no good. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Mark Vidal, so it'll stay with Sam Houston State.
Comes Nooney Omot back in the ball game, the only double-digit scorer in tonight's contest so far. Omot has 10.
How about the defense by Baylor? That 3 is off the mark. 17 points for Sam Houston State with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Mark Vidal lobs for Joe. And he's collapsed upon by about 3 defenders there and foul.
Well, nice quick reaction by the Bearcat defense. They can't do anything about stopping the pass into him. But when he gets it, 3 of them converge quickly. Nice quickness on their part defensively.
Marcus Harris whistled for the foul. That's his second personal. So Joe back to the line. 1 of 1 today. And the first one is good.
Joe Achul has done a nice job of improving his free throw efficiency. 71% for the season. Wasn't anywhere close to that last year.
Pat Nunley's been working with him.
Well, I believe that. Pat was the best free throw shooter I ever had.
I bet that's right. Second one is good by Joe. 40-17 is the Baylor lead. Devin Harris is on for the first time. Devin Jackson on for the first time today for Coach Jason Hooten. Minute 29 to go in the half. Bounce into the paint. Stolen by Joe.
Now fifth turnover for Sam Houston State.
Lindsay up the floor to Jolly. Missed on the alley-oop.
A great job by Jolly of running the floor for a youngster that just got on the floor for the first time Saturday. That's pretty impressive, beating the defense back like that.
Well, you know he's got a lot of energy. Redshirted last year.
You know, he was the high school player of the year in Oklahoma when Baylor signed him. He had signed originally with the University of California, but got out of that commitment when they changed coaches.
It's a 10-0 run by the Bears over the last 2:51 of this first half. Now 1 minute to play in the half. Almanza can't hit from the free throw line. Rebound tipped out, and Dewey claims it. Now to Almanza. And a foul is called on Mark Vital.
Now that's just the fifth team foul on Baylor, so Sam Houston State gets it out of bounds.
Inbounds, drive to the bucket. Shot will roll in for Aubrey and Edwards.
Well, that was a beautiful move by Edwards. That was right through Joe Achuil. Right through a 7-footer. Pretty impressive.
It's 19 now, 40-19. Baylor on top. Vital drives in from the left corner. Kicks out to Jake. Jake shooting another three. This one is off the mark. Taken out of the air by Aubrey and Edwards.
Probably a little quick on that shot for Jake that time. A couple of more passes would have freed up a better look.
Final 10 seconds of the half. Sam Houston can play for the final shot of the half. They've got possession. Drive, a kick. Dewey's three is no good, but he was fouled by Vital, and he'll get 3 free throws.
Well, that's a learning experience for Mark Vital. His enthusiasm, he got a little carried away there. You have a 21-point lead as the buzzer's about to go off in the first half. You sure don't want to foul the three-point shooter, but that'll be big part of film study tomorrow, or at halftime, or on the bench.
Manu LeCompte is checking in. Actually, they are looking at the replay over there.
Just to see if it was a three-point shot or not.
Yeah.
Now, Scott Drew now getting his best perimeter shooters back in the game. King McClure and Manu LeCompte. Probably put those two in for Vital and Jolly, I would think.
All right, here's our Baylor Vision view of this.
Well, it looks like he was behind it.
Yeah, it definitely does. And that's what the officials see also. So 3 free throws coming for John Dewey. First one is good.
Dewey's an 82% free throw shooter, so he was the wrong man to give the opportunity to go to the stripe for 3 attempts. Youngster was one of the leading assist makers in the Southland Conference last year for Sam Houston State.
Vital and Jolly, 2 redshirt freshmen off to the Baylor bench. LeCompte and King McClure back on. 2.9 seconds on the clock. Third free throw is good. 40-22 is the Baylor lead. See if the Bears can convert here with 2.9 seconds to go before halftime. Nooney, the long pass. Well, that's not going to do it.
Well, that was not well executed at all. Now Sam Houston State gets the ball back under their own basket.
Yeah. Never touched a Baylor player, never touched that one. So Sam Houston inbounds. They may have the final shot. Three-pointer is good at the buzzer by Almanza. Football team is still going strong.
In the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
They had another great season. I think they're ranked number 4 in Division 1A. and doing a nice job, as always. They're a powerhouse every year.
Yep. Matchup with Kennesaw State coming up this Saturday for the Bearcat football team. Clock didn't start.
It was nice to see Sam Houston State Athletic Director Bobby Williams here before the ball game tonight. Needless to say, he was quite proud of that achievement with the football team.
Here we go. Got the clock going, both clocks going, and we're back to play, beginning the second half. Pass deflected. Finds its way to Galbraith, drives in, and banks it in.
Oh, that was the first field goal for Galbraith since the 4-minute mark of the first half. He had 8 points to start the game, his first field goal since. Big Joe did not come up aggressively and try to help on that play.
There's Joe on the perimeter. A couple of dribbles, gives it away to Nooney. Drives in on the baseline, and Furlong.
Yeah, that was the freshman from Waco Midway High School right there getting that block. Did he foul or was it a block?
No, it looked good, but they called him for a foul.
That was a nice reaction for the freshman. 6'10", 240-pounder.
Mooney was winding up to jam. That went home, and Furlong got in his way.
Furlong and Tristan Clark for Baylor are two really good-looking freshmen. Good, strong bodies on both of them. Halftime, Tristan Clark, the freshman for Baylor, had 7 points and 6 rebounds. Furlong had 2 points and no rebounds.
First free throws tonight by Nooney Omot. Yep. Both are good. Bears lead at 42-27.
Omot, the leading scorer in the ball game, with 12. Galbraith with 11.
Only 2 in double figures for either team. Drive in. That one just rolls off. And Joe claims the ball. Furlong swatting at it. Joe gets it out to Manu LeCompte. Comp between the rings. Passes to Joe underneath. Shot up and he's fouled. Furlong rode his back there for a personal.
Bears doing a good job tonight with the entry passes quickly to the post on the block. Halftime, Baylor had 11 assists to only 5 for Sam Houston State.
That's now 4 personal fouls on Furlong. He picked up 2 rather quickly, had 2 in the first half. He'll have to go to the bench.
Joe, in mentioning the Bears having 11 assists at the half, surprisingly, the leading assist maker for Baylor was Tyson Jolly. Only played 6 minutes, but had 3 assists.
How about that?
Very impressive.
There's a drive all the way. Shot blocked by Tristan Clark. Bears run it the other way. Nooney to Manu. 3, right corner. No good. Pass up the floor to Galbraith. Waits for his teammates to join him. Jamal Williams. Now gives the ball to John Dewey III. Dewey gives the ball away to Marcus Harris. Underneath, shot no good. Tip attempt no good. Saved inbounds. Baseline jumper is no good, but a tip and an offensive goal. Offensive goaltending on Sam Houston will wipe out that bucket.
Yeah, that was Galbraith. Did a nice job of getting himself in position for the putback, but you can't touch that ball when it's on the rim. Bears fortunate that time.
So it remains 43-27. Baylor on top. Early going second half here in the Farrell Center. Bears will play again on Saturday on Fort Hood. Third straight year Baylor's played a game this time of year in December for the military that are based on Fort Hood. Nooney Omot misses left corner.
Well, Omot had the shot, but probably could have worked for a little better one.
Dewey's runner no good. Ended up with his own rebound. Into the left-hand corner. That 3 is no good by Harris. Rebound Nooney Omot. The floor to Manu LeCompte. It's the handle on it. Nooney, a 3, left side. That one is good by Nooney Omot.
Great job of moving without the ball by Omot. Broke into that open area and had the quick release on the jump shot. Big story for the Bears here tonight offensively. Nunio Mott,
leading scorer in the game. Bears lead 46-27. No-look pass off the hands of Galbraith and out of bounds. Turnover Bearcats. Bears have it back. 16:59 on the clock, second half.
Only 7th turnover of the ball game for Sam Houston State. That was unforced there.
King McClure is back on for the Bears.
King McClure, surprisingly, has not scored here tonight for Baylor. Only 2 Bears that have taken the floor, he and Jolly, that have not scored.
And Manu nails another 3 from the left-hand corner.
Well, when you give Manu LeConte that much time to get an open look at the bucket, he's as good as there is.
Timeout, Sam Houston.
So he'll be a youngster that we can look forward to many big moments for him in a Baylor Bear uniform. Coaches tell me he's a great defensive player.
He is still the co-leader on this Baylor team in assists tonight. He and King McClure both have 3. Back to play, Sam Houston State with the ball.
Baylor continuing to play half-court man-to-man. Nice job by Jake Lindsey.
Jake with the steal, takes it, kicks left side. Manu. Reach-in foul is going to be called on Marcus Harris.
Well, you know why that foul happened. Manu hits that last 3. They have to come running at him tightly to keep him from hitting another. He just drives into the paint and draws the foul. Heads-up play for the senior leader. Transfer from the University of Miami. Newcomer of the year in the Big 12 last season.
Manu firing another 3. This one is good. Right. He got the roll.
Now the 3rd Baylor Bear now in double-figure scoring. Manu LeConte has an even dozen.
7th time in double-figure scoring this season for the senior guard. 52-27, biggest lead of the night for the Bears.
Well, nice floater by Jamal Williams for Sam Houston State. Good body control.
He's limping a little bit as he gets up, hobbles down the floor. Vidal has his shot partially blocked. Loose ball picked up by Marcus Harris.
Mark Vidal did not read the defense well that time. They were dropping back, and he drove right into the defense.
52-29, Baylor on top. 4.5 minutes into the second half. Into the paint, the extra pass, and the flush by Chidozie Ndu.
Well, that'll be another good teaching moment on film. No help coming from the offside for Baylor that time on the easy drop pass to the bucket.
Makes it 52-31, nearing the 15-minute mark here in the second half. Manu has the ball knocked away this time. Pass ahead to Harris. And a foul on the floor before the shot.
5th turnover right there on Baylor, up 21.
Timeout on the floor, 14:58 to play. Bears 52, Bearcats.
Many of them can go on to play pro ball, so got to have time to study. But all of that schedule right there just leads up to that conference opener out in Lubbock on December 29th.
Does not seem that far away now. Here we go, back to play. It's Sam Houston State's ball. Galbraith turnaround jumper is no good.
Bears were back in the zone defense that time as we see Tyson Jolly bringing the ball up.
Lindsey a drive, and that'll be a goaltend. Give 2 to Jake Lindsey.
Well, nobody does it better when Jake Lindsey sees a parting of the seas there on the defense. He can go through that as quick as anybody. At 6'5", he's got the size and strength to make it happen. He had a terrific drive late in that ball game against Wichita State.
Was fouled and got the free throw and tied the game, right?
Yep, exactly, 62-62.
Bears fell to the Shockers, 69-62 on Saturday.
You know, that's quite a compliment to this Baylor program to still be in the national top 25 after 2 losses last week to nationally ranked teams. But normally that'll knock a ball club out of the rankings.
At Xavier, which is a tough place to play, and Wichita State here, which is a really, really good road team.
Well, and you saw what Xavier did to number 10 nationally ranked Cincinnati on Saturday, the game after they played Baylor. That's 2 tough opponents, but that's what you have to do to get ready for the super tough Big 12.
Floater by Galbraith makes it 54-33. Baylor with the lead. Jake a 3. It is no good.
Oh, that was a good pass out by Tristan Clark, the big freshman, getting it out to a wide open Jake Lindsey.
Bearcats with possession. 3 right wing. That's no good by Delaney. Manu Lecomte. The alley-oop attempt to Vital. He got it in and a foul. What an acrobatic play by Mark Vital.
Well, an acrobatic finish, but how about the great pass from Manu Lecomte? That was perfect, exactly where it had to be for Mark Vital to put it off the glass into the hoop.
The officials have to separate some players now after that play.
Yeah, nobody likes to be dunked over, partner. That's what happened right there.
Mark Vital, here it is again.
Look at him getting up and over. That was just terrific. Great hands, great body control.
All started with the great pass by Manu Lecomte. He got the assist. Vital missed on the free throw, but a lane violation. So he'll get another shot at it. Bears lead by 23. They've led by as much as 25 here in the second half.
Well, Mark Vital will get better at free throws. He needs to spend a lot of time working on this just by himself, because when they get into conference play, as much as he's improving, he's going to see a lot of action on the floor, especially till Terry Maston can get back. He's got to knock down these free throws. Shooting only 54% coming into tonight's game.
Guess both opportunities there. Remains 56-33. Baylor on top. Pass along the baseline. Nice kick out. That shot blocked.
Blocked by Tyson Jolly, the freshman.
There's Vital losing the handle, and I think got bailed out.
I think Almanza hit him from behind that time. Vital was a little out of control, so that was a fortunate bump for Baylor. Both teams continuing to hustle very well here tonight. A rough game, tough. Both teams very hard-nosed here tonight.
5 team fouls on Sam Houston State here in the second half. Here's to inbound on their baseline. Tyson Jolly and Mark Vital both red-shirted last year for Baylor. And they both say they sort of kept each other going. It was nice to go through a redshirt year and have somebody going through it with you.
Oh, good job by Manu Lecomte moving without the ball.
Jake lobs it up for Clark. He'll kick it back outside.
Nice court recognition there on part of Baylor, not forcing anything.
Manu bounces to Tristan Clark in the paint. Shot up, no, but a foul.
Nice quick move by Tristan Clark, going with his left hand that time. The freshman just keeps expanding his abilities. Good quick move on the bounce with the left.
Albert Almanza guilty of the foul. That's his second. Here's Tristan Clark at the line for the Bears.
Clark, 7 points and 7 rebounds. This youngster had 9 rebounds against that tough Wichita State team Saturday. That says a lot about a freshman being ready to play.
I think everybody really took the message to heart. Everybody on the Baylor team playing without T.J. Maston. Everybody was expected to pick up their game, and you could see them all do that against the Shockers.
No doubt about it. That's what it took.
Couple of missed free throws. Remains 56-33. Yep. Near travel. Ball taken away by Vital. The errant pass. It's Tyson Jolly.
The Bears have missed 4 free throws in a row.
Finds the open man. Lindsay with a 3. It's no good. Galbraith rebounds for the Bearcats. Galbraith will take it all the way. Bumped by Tristan Clark.
And his quickness right there. Galbraith leading scorer for Sam Houston State on the season, averaging 14 points per game, has 13 already here tonight with 12:22 to go in the second half.
Clark and Jolly go to the bench. Here comes Nuni Omot and Joe Lual-Actuel back on the floor. Nuni sitting with a career-high tying 15 points right now.
Now Nuni now will go inside and be the 4-man for Baylor.
Galbraith elevates. Shot no good.
Good block out by King McClure, and he's going to draw the foul on Albert Almanza going over his back. Nice fundamental defense by King McClure. Surprisingly enough, McClure, who has scored, 13-point average over the last 3 games. He's hitting double figures 3 games in a row. He has yet to score here tonight. Had 12 Saturday in that heartbreaking loss against Wichita State.
He was really big with 19 points in that win over Creighton.
No, that was huge, and that was a really good team they beat that night. That was like playing a road game with all the fans Creighton had in Kansas City. Of course, Omaha not far away. McClure now comes the 7th out of the 8 Bears that have played here tonight to score.
You know, we've seen that a couple of occasions now. Creighton doesn't have football, so a lot of their fan base, you know, they really gear up for basketball. And we saw that with Wichita State. They had a great fan section here in Waco Saturday. Couple of free throws, 58-33. Baylor on top. Bears tie their largest lead of the night at 25 points. Galbraith passes in the paint. Back to Galbraith. Bobbles it. Gets control. Runner, no. Loose ball. Galbraith. The nice hands, gets it back. Shot up and in by Edwards.
Well, Big Joe had an opportunity for an easy block there, but just went for the swat and missed the ball.
Aubrian Edwards out of Pflugerville, the bucket. Makes it 58-35. Into the paint to Joe. Jump hook with the left hand, just short. Rebound by Almanza.
A nice versatility shown there by Achuil. Had the easy left-handed hook shot, something he wouldn't have tried last year.
Almanza firing, no good. Out of bounds off of Baylor. Gets us to a timeout on the floor with 11:19 to play. Baylor leads Sam Houston State 58-35. You're watching Baylor Bear basketball in the state of Texas.
Well, they were the last Texas team standing in the NCAA tournament. TCU, of course, was in the NIT and won the championship. So that's why they weren't 6 out of 6.
Well, 5 out of 6 it is. That's right. So trying to get to 51-9 against in-state opponents if Baylor gets the win here this evening. Almanza drops it off. Brianna Edwards. There's Galbraith. Nice move for the lay-in.
Well, Galbraith is so quick for his size at 6'7". He knows how to maneuver, has great body control. Very impressive there. That's his 15th point of the night. Baylor does not have an offensive rebound in this second half.
Lob for Joe. Waits for a defender to fly by. Goes up, and he's fouled.
Nice job on the lob, but Sam Houston State very quick, doubling down where he doesn't have an easy look at the basket. It's a very quick Sam Houston State team. Their tallest player on the floor is Galbraith at 6'7", Almanza at 6'6".
Big Joe is 4 of 5 shooting free throws this evening. Baylor as a team is 9 of 15. Coach Drew, his staff, associate head coach Jerome Tang right there. John Jacobs new to the staff this year. Bill Peterson new this year.
You know, Coach Jacobs has got to have brought some good wisdom and knowledge coming out of that very successful Gonzaga program. They were in the Final Four last year, weren't they? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Jared Nunes on that bench with Coach Drew as well. 3 is no good. Joe rips the rebound away.
Good hands right there by Joe.
Lindsay. Low post to Tristan Clark.
Well, John, the way Sam Houston State is just diving back on that pass to the block, the postmen have got to do something with it quick. They're holding it just a count too long where the help comes back and helps where they don't get the good shot.
Clark will go to the line for the Bears. He is just 1 of 5 shooting free throws this evening. That one is good.
A beautiful touch right there. Had a little better arch on that shot than he had his previous 3. This youngster's got all the tools to become something special here in the Baylor program. Good speed, good quickness, very, very good anticipation.
1 of 2 at the stripe for the freshman Tristan Clark. 60-37, the Baylor lead. 3 left side, wide open, and he drains it, Josh Delaney.
Well, nobody even near Delaney on that shot attempt. Not good reaction by the Baylor defense. Now with 10 minutes to go in the game, John, this is where they've got to keep their energy.
Delaney from the area. He's a graduate of Harker Heights High School. Oh, nice move by Tristan Clark for the lay-in.
Well, did a nice job of reading the defense. Took it strong to the bucket. That's his 10th point of the game. Baylor now with 4 in double-figure scoring.
62-40. Here's a steal by King McClure. Baylor has numbers. All the way, runs into and is fouled by Aubrey and Edwards. So we may have a lot of free throws down the stretch here. Still 9:24 to go.
A good job in full court transition basketball, drawing the fouls right now. King McClure, a 70% free throw shooter. King's averaging 10 points per game on the year.
Mooney Omot to the Baylor bench. Mark Vidal is back on. 8 players, 8 scholarship players, healthy for Coach Drew. Would have been 7 against Wichita State, but Tyson Jolly just got cleared on Friday. We were saying that was a magnificent 7 going against Wichita State. Became the great 8. Now they've got 8. Also have a football player who's out with the team now, helping practice more than anything. Obim Okeke is seated on that Baylor bench. Tristan Clark to McClure, back to Clark. And he palmed it, so a turnover by Tristan Clark and Baylor.
6th turnover of the ball game, a low total, but that was a sloppy one there. No need for those kind of turnovers. Unforced.
Under 9 minutes to play. Here's a push and a foul.
Now Tristan Clark trying to get out through the screener on the perimeter. John, we're talking about the Baylor men being shorthanded. Lady Bears only have 9 players now since Trinity Oliver went out with the ACL injury, out for the season. She was coming along nicely for Coach Kim Mulkey.
And people may say, well, that's enough. You only play 5.
Yeah.
But
you got to practice.
That's exactly right. You got to have enough to practice. And quality, quality 10 or more to practice for the men and the women. Comp loops the pass back to Joe. Spins on Almanza. Jump hook will not fall. Loose ball tipped out. Joe fires it underneath to Tristan Clark, and the finger roll is good.
Oh, a nice change of hands by Tristan Clark. Good awareness where the defense was coming from that time. Went from right to left.
66-40, Baylor on top. Here's a steal by Joe.
This could be dangerous.
All the way, and he couldn't hit the shot, but he's fouled.
How many times do you see a 7-footer leading the fast break?
He looked pretty good doing it, didn't he?
He did.
Big Joe with the break down the floor. Conference winning percentage and fewest losses.
Well, and the 2 losses Baylor had were to nationally ranked power teams. The 2 losses that Texas has was to 2 number 1 Duke and number 7 Gonzaga, I believe it was. So, a lot of these losses are to highly rated teams, and there's not many of those losses.
Oklahoma playing tonight against UT San Antonio. Iowa State playing it tonight against Northern Illinois.
Surprisingly enough, TCU has the longest winning streak in the country at 13 games since they won the NIT last year. I believe they come here for the Bears' 2nd conference game or 3rd.
It is very early in conference, yes. 68-40, Baylor on top. TCU is in Waco on January 2nd.
Yeah, second conference game. Second.
Second one. Conference home opener. Tyson Jolly back on. Mark Vidal stays out there. King McClure, Manu Lecomte, Joe Lual-Actuel. spreading the floor right now, going for the alley-oop. And
well, they were trying to get that to Jolly there, but Sam Houston State sagging back in. They were ready for it. Baylor needed to flash somebody into the middle of that big open spot at the free throw line.
It's an alley-oop to one of our Baylor Vision camera guys down in the end zone. Turnover Bears. Bearcats have it back. 7-minute mark. Nice pass back to Galbraith. And a foul's going to be called on Tyson Jolly. Got to like a guy here in the Christmas season whose name is Jolly, right?
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Good thought.
Joe Lual-Atchuel with a double-double tonight. 13 points, 10 rebounds. His fourth double-double of the season. 7th of his career.
Galbraith now the leading scorer in the ball game with 16. He's the only Bearcat in double figures. Nobody else even close. Almanza has 6 points. Galbraith 15.
27-point Baylor lead at 68-41. Pass deflected away, right back to Manu LeConte. McClure didn't have time to load and fire there. Joe fires it to Jolly in front of the Baylor bench. To Manu, deep three, in and out, no good. Joe the rebound, up and in.
Well, in traffic, that was really good hands. Joe's showing some good hands many times here tonight, getting rebounds and in traffic.
70-41, the Baylor advantage.
He needs to do that a little more on the offensive end. Baylor only has 1 offensive rebound this half.
Pass save from going into the backcourt by John Dewey. Dewey gives the ball to Delaney. Right corner shot by Almanza. Follows his own miss and put it in.
Well, what a nice hustle play by Almanza, 6'6", known as the good outside three-point shooter.
Makes it 70-43, the Baylor lead. King McClure sets his sights on the bucket and lays it in.
King McClure has really become adept at that, taking it hard to the basket. He's so strong. He's what we call a good finisher. Can finish with a hand in his face.
8 on the night by King McClure. 3 by Almanza, no good, but it tipped in this time by Galbraith.
Well, Galbraith continues to be the show for Sam Houston State. 17 points now, and he's done it in such a variety of ways. 3-point baskets, drives to the bucket, jumpers at the free throw line, tip-ins.
Jolly around the screen of Vital. Feeds Manu LeConte. 3, no good. Foul's going to be called on Tyson Jolly. He fouled Cameron Delaney going for that loose ball.
And Jolly still got to work a little of the rough edges off. Got to be under control when you're going for the offensive glass.
Yeah, what was the number we had earlier? 995 days between his last game in high school and playing for Baylor on Saturday. First game here. Pass into the corner. Shot rejected by Tristan Clark. Tyson Jolly up the floor to Vital for the jam.
What a nice pass. Great assist by Jolly that time. Get into the middle as he's supposed to. How about that run down for Mark Vital?
Puts the Bears up 74-45 with 4.5 minutes to play. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. That's a pretty good energy for the Bears down the home stretch here.
Well, you noticed who did it. Mark Vital, Mr. Energetic. Good ball movement that time for Sam Houston State.
Galbraith another 3 makes it 74-48. 4:06 to play.
Jolly still looking for his first basket as a Baylor Bear.
And a turnover. Tristan Clark has it. Galbraith has a double-double for the Bearcats. 18 points, 10 rebounds. Underneath, Jake Lindsey can't get it to fall. End-to-end action here. Dish to Gilbreth. He's got 20 on the night.
Galbraith getting it too easy right now. Not a lot of tough defense on Baylor in transition. Coach Scott Drew wanting a timeout. Doesn't want it to get too sloppy here in the last 3.5 minutes.
With the Bears at 74 points on the night, 74-50. Baylor on top. They're shooting now 47% for the night. Led by as much as 29, currently by 24.
Probably the most disappointing statistic for Baylor in the ball game. Up by 24 is good, but they're losing the battle on the boards 39-35 to a much smaller Sam Houston State team.
Yeah, that's
Sam
really
Houston now in a zone defense.
Thought that might regulate itself a little bit as the game went on, but it really hasn't. Give Sam Houston credit.
Well, they hustle very, very well. Get a lot of long rebounds. Jake Lindsey getting his second 3-ball of the night.
Lindsey at 8 points this evening, knocking down the three-pointer. 77-50, Baylor leads.
If there's any team in America that should know how to attack a zone, it should be Baylor. They see it every day in practice. That's their primary defense.
Steal by Vital, ahead to Lindsey. The layup is good, and a foul.
Well, what good strength by Jake Lindsey. A good finisher. We talk about he and King McClure both being good finishers because they're strong and they're big. At 6'5", Jake Lindsey takes it in tough, and this was a hard shot. Good defender coming on the offside.
Seen a couple of those tonight. One by Vital, now one by Lindsey, where it's a contested layup, and they manage to get the ball through the hoop.
Yeah, Lindsey now has in double figures.
Biggest lead of the night now. 30 points for the Bears, 80-50. 3 right wing. That one is no good by John Dewey. 2.5 minutes remaining. Going to get a sub, and here comes Obem Okeke onto the floor.
Look at Ish hollering at him over there. Ish Wainwright, his football buddy over there, jumping up on the front row.
Ish loves it. There's Obem, sophomore from Las Vegas. He's so fresh, he doesn't have his name on the back of his jersey yet.
Well, he played on a very outstanding high school basketball program out in Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman High School.
And so Jonathan Davis on the floor for the Bears, firing a 3 just over the rim. No good. There's a drive by Galbraith. Jonathan Davis back to draw the charge. And, boy, it looked like he was set, but they're going to call him for the foul.
Well, that's tough luck right there on Jonathan Davis. I agree. It looked like he had position, but good move by Galbraith for the Bearcats. Youngster has a chance to get his 24th point of the ball game.
See if he flinches here, if he's set. I don't know. Sure looks set.
Be a season high for Galbraith.
Another free throw coming for Chris Galbraith. This one is good. 1 of 2. Makes it 80-51. Baylor on top. Chidozie Indu is on for the first, back on the floor, and Justin Van Pelt is on, a redshirt freshman for the first time tonight. 6'11" redshirt freshman from Cyprus.
OKK on the wing for Baylor now. He played on special teams mostly for the football team in the fall.
Mark Vital has that shot blocked and got it back, so they'll call a tie-up. So I remember the spring game last year for Baylor and Coach Rule. We ran out of running backs, basically. Obem was available and Wyatt Schreffer was available, so those guys got a lot of carries in the spring game. And a traveling call, turnover by Baylor. Did you ever have any football players come out and play for you?
No, they didn't want to drive all the way out to the rodeo arena. No, I never did have any. I did not.
That was asking a little too much, wasn't it? Remember James Francis? He played.
Oh, yeah. He played for Coach Iba here and did he was very good.
Yeah. Talking about a bruiser. Kicked ball. Minute 26 and counting. They'll put 20 seconds on the shot clock. Baylor with things well in hand, leading 80-51. Of course, more recently, Kendall Wright played a little basketball from the football team. Levi Norwood. Tell you what those guys always say. Ooh, and Obim going for the steal. He dives after that pumpkin. Knocks it ahead to Clark, and he'll lay it in.
Well, how about that hustle? Did that look like a football player or what? A special teams player, John?
He was going for that loose ball. Football guys who come out talk about how different basketball shape is compared to football shape. 3 in the left wing by DeJuan Jones from Killeen.
Nice balance up by that youngster. Just drilled it.
49 seconds and counting. 82-54. Obim kicks it back to Jolly. Vital's jumper is no good. 35 seconds remaining. Underneath for the flush by Chidozie Ndu. 82-56. Only a couple of seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Bears will bring it up. Tyson Jolly's got a lot more minutes tonight than he did his first game back on Saturday. Only 3 on Saturday. 14 to shoot. Jolly will drive, lost the handle. Vital puts it up and in.
Well, nobody could have done that with Mark Vital here in the late stages with his explosiveness, jumping up and over the black-shirted Bearcat defenders. That puts Vital now in double-figure scoring. So 6 Baylor Bears.